Hello, SRF Ninja here from soreelflix.com. And guess what? March has ended. What does that mean? Well, it means I'm gonna have to share everything I picked up movie-wise in March. And like I always do every month, it's the end. I'm gonna show you everything I got. Now let's get down to it. I'm gonna start with my only DVD that I picked up. It's an import, Asian, IVL. It's a Shaw Brothers film. That is Boodle's Palm. A pretty cool movie, very fun, and weird at times as well. It's got lasers in it. Come on. But, hey, definitely a cool movie. If you're into, like, stuff like this, like the weird side of Shaw Brothers that feature kung fu and lasers, lightsaber type things, pick this up. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. Next up, I'm going to show you a bunch of films I haven't watched yet, because I bought too many. First up, first time I bought this, I've never seen it before, and it cost me only $4, brand new. Jacob's Ladder. I think it's a horror movie. I don't know, never seen it yet. Look forward to watching it. Next up, the box set I haven't watched yet, but I did watch 2 films. I used to have the 2 of these Blu-rays. It comes with 4 of them. And this is the Best of Bogart collection. The 2 movies I had were The Maltese Falcon and Casablanca, which both of them are really good. Casablanca is probably the best one out of the whole box set, probably. Of course, I haven't seen these other 2, the Treasure of Sierra Madre and The African Queen Bee. I haven't seen those yet. That's why I picked this up. I got it for $20. Sold the other 2 Blu-rays for about $5 a piece. Next up, it's a We'll Go USA film. I haven't watched it yet. And it comes out April the 7th. And I will have a review, and it should be right here. This movie comes out April the 7th. That is The Vengeance of an Assassin. Boom. I look forward to seeing this movie, and I have an extra copy for a giveaway. So keep an eye out on soreelflix.com for that. Anyways, by the time I post this up, I should already have reviewed this film, and you can check it out right here. Click that, because I don't know what it is about yet, so click that, see what I think, my future self. Next up, another movie I haven't seen yet, and this movie doesn't come out until April, I think, what is it, 14th? This is by Arrow Video. It's a new company that finally came to the U.S. It was overseas, but they came here and they're finally releasing films. It's like the Criterion Collection type quality. The first film I'm going to show you is Massacre Gun. Boom! Hopefully I have this done reviewed and reviewed soon before this video pops up on YouTube, so click right here, click that, see my review. Anyways, I want to go into a little bit of detail with Arrow Video here, why you should pick these up. First and foremost, this video right here, when it comes out, you should pick it up. Why? Because there's only 3,000 copies. Once they're gone, they're gone. And this is the only time it's ever been released on DVD and or Blu-ray in the US, so pick this up when you can. But let's open it up. Arrow Videos come with a booklet. They come with Blu-ray and a DVD. And of course, I can't show you, but I had to pop out the disc, so I don't have a lot of time. It comes with a reversible, this is the back portion, reversible artwork, so you can just reverse it if you don't like this artwork. Anyways, pick this up, check it out. Next up, another Arrow Video. This one I did view. This is called Day of Anger by Lee Van Cleef. And I have to say, for a 1969, I think, movie, or 68, I'm not sure. But anyways, wow, does this look good on Blu-ray? You have to pick this up just to see how sharp and great it looks. And it's a good spaghetti western. And Tarantino has released his top 10 spaghetti westerns, and this is on it, Day of Anger. Pick this up, it's a good movie. Check out my review right here. Next up, another Arrow Video. I got 3 of them from them. This one is a horror film from Germany. Mark of the Devil. This is actually a pretty crazy film. It's not scary, it's not jumpy, but it's got a lot of blood and guts in it. It's got a lot of people getting tortured in it. It's got a little bit of nudity in it. It's about witches and people hunting them, and they're real witches, but I just pulled that for you, but it's not anything crazy. Anyways, you gotta check this out. I highly enjoyed it. This is the first release here in the US. Click my review right here and check that out. And again, like I said before, DVDs and Blu-rays, booklet, and reversible artwork. Here, I'll pop one out just to show you. It comes with reversible artwork. There's the inside. You can flip it around and you can put it on this side. If you don't like this, but I like that artwork. And I look forward to getting some more Arrow Videos like Steelbooks and Digibooks. And the Digibook coming out soon. The movie's called Society. And I didn't even put this on my wish list or anything until I saw their Digibook that they're releasing. And it looks really crazy. Check that out. Okay, next up. It's a movie I did watch, just like the last 2 Arrow Videos. Fantastic Four double pack. Now, I couldn't turn this down because it was only $5, and I had the DVDs, and I said, hey, why not? Let's upgrade it, because I kind of enjoyed the first one. And the second one is like, whatever, but hey, it has Jessica Alba in it and Chris Evans. Come on. I enjoyed it. All right, next up. I'm going to cross my legs here for Basic Instinct. This is a pretty crazy movie. It's twisted, and it kind of reminds me of Gone Girl at various points. And it stars Michael Douglas, Sharon Stone. If you haven't ever seen this before, you got to see it. It's got some nudity in it, and you don't want to miss Sharon Stone kind of naked. You got to look at that. Pretty crazy movie. You got to check it out, though. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. from back in the day and Molly Ringwald. Hey, boom! This is the pickup artist, and Robert Downey Jr. is playing a pickup artist. He likes going around trying to pick up women, which he does all the time until he meets, of course, her. Anyways, overall, I think it's a pretty cool movie, fun watch. I would say check it out if you're looking to see some Robert Downey Jr. as a very young person. Next up, a little box set I had to pick up. It has 5 movies in it, and that is The Van Damme 5 movie action-packed collection. Comes with Hard Target, The Quest, Street Fighter, Sudden Death, and Lionheart. Lionheart's probably one of my favorites out of it. The Quest is really good. Sudden Death is cool. Hard Target's cool. Street Fighters is, whatever, but it did bring back memories when I watched it. Kind of made me want to go try to play the video games if I can find it. Next up, a really good movie, Crazy, and it's based on a true story, Foxcatcher. Some people, now this gets mediocre reviews when I look at all the star ratings online. It's like 3.5 out of 5. I'll probably give this a 4.5 out of 5 just on the acting alone. The acting's pretty crazy. Steve Carell does a crazy job in this. Mark Ruffalo did a really good job, and Channing Tatum, come on, he did a really good job. This is all about acting right here. This is a good acting film. Check this out. It's pretty crazy. Next up, a really good movie. It's an oldie. It has Robin Williams in it. He's playing a doctor that is awakening. It's a true story, by the way, based on a true story. And it's a really good film, man. I will definitely check this out if I were you. Pick this up if you can find it. Whether it's $5 to $10 to $15, you should pick this up. It's a really good movie. Next up, speaking of Robin Williams, World's Greatest Dad. Very dark movie. I guess it's a comedy, but pretty dark. And what happens to Robin Williams' son is pretty crazy compared to what happened to Robin Williams in real life on his death. Anyways, I would say, hey, some people don't like it, but I thought it was pretty cool, but it is dark. Next up, one of Robin Williams' last appearances, Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tombs, starring Ben Stiller, of course, and all the other actors you may know that's been in all the other films, by the way. Anyways, I thought this is a cool movie. It's fun. Sit down and watch it. Check it out. Rent it. Next up, a We'll Go USA film, Killers. This is a pretty crazy movie, by the way. And it's from the producers The Raid. This is very bloody, very gory. And if you like that type of stuff, you definitely got to check this out. This is a pretty crazy movie. Check out my review right here. I would say definitely go buy that one. Next up, an oldie but goodie, Orson Welles in The Lady from Shanghai. Very cool movie. It's got some plot twists in it. It's in black and white, so I hope you don't mind. But I say go pick this up. I'm a big Orson Welles fan. I just have to have everything he's in for some reason. Also, Rita Hayworth did a very good job, and she looks pretty good in this movie. You gotta check that out. Next up, from Scream Factory, The Dark Half. Guess who made this film? It's a guy who, makes zombie movies. George A. Romero. The Dark Half is, it's a mediocre film, but it has some cool twists, and it's pretty dark. It's a pretty good film, I think. It gets mediocre reviews. Next up, it's a pretty crazy movie. It's another Scream Factory film, and it's also produced by George A. Romero. Boom! Monkey Shines. This is a pretty cool movie. It's all about this chemicals and monkeys and a guy who can't walk anymore. Of course, I didn't give anything away, but you definitely got to check this out. I highly enjoyed it. Even though it gets mediocre reviews, I'll probably give it a little bit higher rating. Next up, another Scream Factory fan, a 2-pack, Tales from the Crypt and A Vault of Horror. Now, Tales from the Crypt is a cool movie, but Vault of Horror I didn't enjoy that much. But I got it for $12, and it's well worth it just for Tales from the Crypt. And to have another Scream Factory movie in my collection. Speaking of Scream Factory, let's go to Shout Factory with UHF. Weird Al Yankovic, I think one of his only movies, and I highly enjoyed it. Why? Because it deals with, broadcasting, movies, and putting on TV shows. And it also has that guy who plays Kramer in it, Michael Richards. He's very young in this, and he's pretty crazy in it. Definitely got to check this out. This is very good. I highly enjoyed it. Next up, another We'll Go USA film. Wow, I gotten a lot. Enter The Dangerous Minds. Not an Asian film. It was made here in the USA. Pretty crazy movie. It's about this guy who's hearing voices in his head. I would say, I gave it, I think I gave it 3.5 or 4, but I enjoyed it. Some people don't enjoy it, but I say, hey, look at my review, check it out, watch the trailer, maybe you might like it. Next up, horror, the Hannibal Lecter collection. I had to pick this up because randomly I was walking through Best Buy, seen this for $7.99 for 3 Blu-rays, had to have it. And of course, out of all 3 of these movies, The Silence of the Lambs is the one I like the best. But the first one, Manhunter, and the last one, Hannibal. Hannibal's just okay. Manhunter is pretty good, but Silence of the Lambs is the stuff. Next up, going to my Disney stuff, and I'm going to go through these fast. The Rescuers, double pack, and The Rescuers Down Under. The Rescuers is a cool movie. Rescuers Down Under, not so great. Next up, I got Bolt. Boom. I like this movie. It's a pretty fun film. It's about a dog and a hamster. The hamster's pretty funny. Next up, coming from dogs to cats. The Aristocats. Boom. I highly like this movie. It's a pretty good film. You gotta check this out. It might not be for adults, but hey, some adults like Disney. And let's show 2 of them at once. Planes, Fire and Rescue. I was hesitant to pick any of these movies up for the longest time because I wasn't sure if I was going to like them. But hey, I have to say I liked them both. They were actually pretty good. I was like, hey, it's a Cars ripoff, but it's Disney and Pixar is all the same. But hey, it's pretty good. I would say definitely check them out. It's enjoyable films, both of them. Next up, speaking of more mice, The Great Mouse Detective. It's just an okay film. It's not all that great, but hey, I got it real cheap. Had to pick it up. Next up, Treasure Planet. This is actually a really fun film. I definitely highly recommend getting this one. Pretty fun. I would say pick it up. Next up, some more dogs. Oliver and Company and cats. This was actually a pretty fun film. I highly enjoyed it. And it's about a cat fitting in with a pack of dogs. Can't go wrong with that. Going to my Ghibli collection. New stuff, Kiki's Delivery Service. This is pretty cool. It's about a witch going into a town to find herself, I guess, like all witches do, at least in this movie. But overall, the story is pretty fun, and it looks really good on Blu-ray. Next up, Pompoko. This one, I don't know. It was kind of weird for me. It's a good movie, but it's not one of the best ones. I would say if you're a collector, definitely pick it up. Next up, Ghibli film, but not in Disney. This is called The Tale of the Princess Kaguya. Hopefully I said that correctly. Overall, this is a pretty crazy film. I highly enjoyed it. And the drawings are different. They actually look like real drawings. They're not like fully drawn out, kind of. That's what makes this film even better for some reason. I just highly enjoyed it. It was different. And the story is really, really good. Alright, getting down to my Criterion films, The Sword of Doom. Definitely gotta pick this up. This is a very good film. And the movie's slow and it speeds up all the way to the end. And then when the end comes, that's where burst of action comes from. It's tons of stuff and it's a really good story. I highly enjoyed it. Pick it up. Film that I wasn't sure about until I seen a documentary about it. It happened one night. Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert, I think that's her name. Anyways, these two didn't want to do the movie, but then they did it, and then they won a bunch of awards. And rightfully so, because it's a really good movie. Just pick that up, check it out. Next up, some more Japanese. An Autumn Afternoon, the Shiro Uzo film. Hopefully I said that correct. I'm freaking ninja, but hey, this is a really good movie. It's slow. You might not like it. It's no action. It's just a story. And it's about a guy marrying off his daughter. And the pressures of all his friends trying to get him to marry her off. But he ultimately leaves it to her. Next up, Time Bandits. Pretty cool film. Not the greatest, but I really enjoyed the packaging because it's like a 3D-ish kind of box here. Slipcover, I should say. It's about 2 hours long, and it's a fun film, though. It's an adventure film, and you follow this kid and a couple of short people go through different times, and they steal gold and whatnot, but it's a fun film. Nice adventure film. And we are getting to my steelbooks. One I haven't seen yet. Interstellar. Steelbook looks pretty cool, and I don't know about the movie. Also comes with piece of the film, if you're interested. And getting that, you have to buy this steelbook. Hopefully it's a good movie. I heard it was. Next up and last, my steelbook, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1. At first, when I seen this in the movie theaters, I didn't really enjoy it that much. Maybe it's because I was a fully grown man amongst teenagers. But when it finally came out on Blu-ray, I got to sit here in my movie theater room, and I enjoyed it a little bit more, but it wasn't full of action. It's all story, basically some action. But anyways, I had to pick this steelbook up because all the other ones I had are in steelbook. Definitely can't wait for part 2. Alright guys, that was everything I bought in March. It's a lot of films. A lot of films. Hopefully April ain't gonna have that amount, but hey, who knows? I'm a collector. My wallet doesn't like it. Anyways, thanks for viewing. I'd say come back again next month, or whenever I post another video. I'll post some videos every now and again, but definitely check out soreelflix.com and subscribe. You gotta subscribe. Don't forget my giveaways. I'm getting ready to do another giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway right now. By the time I post this up, it'll be over. Anyways, guys, thank you. Come back again. Ninja out.